Have you ever heard of a place that doesn't exist on any map? A village so forgotten that even animals refuse to go near it? This was once a thriving settlement, full of life. But one day, every single resident simply vanished. No bodies, no signs of struggle. Their houses remained untouched, as if they had just stepped out for a moment, but they never came back. Some say this was an ancient curse, finally claiming its victims. Others whisper that something beneath the village was never meant to be disturbed. And then there are those who insist that if you visit at night, you can still see shadows moving between the empty homes. But those shadows don't belong to the living. Tonight, let's uncover the chilling legend of this cursed village. A vanished village. Where did they all go? Decades ago, this was a peaceful place. The villagers lived simple lives, growing their crops and raising their families. But then, in a single night, they all disappeared without a trace. Their clothes were still in their homes. Half-eaten meals sat on dinner tables. The village well was still full of fresh water. It was as if time had stopped. At the entrance of the village, an old stone marker bore a long, deep crack that hadn't been there before. Locals say that at night, if you get close enough, you can hear whispers rising from the crack low, chilling murmurs in a language no one understands. Some explorers, driven by curiosity, have dared to enter the village. They found something disturbing. Despite being abandoned for years, the houses were strangely clean. It was as if someone, or something, was still there taking care of them. One explorer even found a dusty, weathered journal in the village shrine. The final entry contained just one sentence. "We made a mistake. It has awakened. Paranormal encounters. The price of curiosity." Over the years, many adventurers have entered the village, hoping to solve its mystery. They all left with stories of things that shouldn't exist. The broken compass and vanishing signals. A famous explorer entered the village, recording everything on his camera. But the moment he stepped across the threshold, his live stream cut to black. His phone died instantly. His camera wiped itself clean. His compass spinning wildly, as if it had lost all sense of direction. Panicked, he turned to leave. That's when he heard it, a soft, wheezing cough. Right behind him, the hairs on his neck stood up. His breath caught in his throat. There was nobody there. Nobody living, at least. The midnight footsteps. Another adventurer decided to spend the night in one of the abandoned houses. Sometime past midnight, he woke up to a strange sound. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. It was the unmistakable sound of bare feet, stepping on dirt slow, deliberate, getting closer. He grabbed his flashlight and carefully opened the door. He scanned the area. Nothing. But then he turned back around. His heart nearly stopped. A set of wet footprints had appeared on the wooden floor. They led from the doorway, straight to his bed. The problem? He had been alone the whole time. The cursed bed. At the heart of the village stood a large, well-preserved house. Unlike the others, it had no broken windows, no collapsing walls. And inside, in the center of the bedroom, was a perfectly intact wooden bed. A visitor, exhausted from walking, decided to lie down just for a few minutes. That was his mistake. The moment he closed his eyes, he felt something tightening around him. His arms, his legs, his chest all locked in place, as if invisible hands were holding him down. He couldn't move. He couldn't breathe. He tried to scream, but no sound came out. Just as he felt he was about to pass out, his friend burst into the room and flicked on a flashlight. Instantly, the crushing force vanished. He gasped for air, his body trembling. But when he looked down, the bed sheets were smooth and undisturbed, as if he had never laid there at all. Science or supernatural. Skeptics have tried to explain the phenomena in the village. Some believe it's a strong magnetic field, disrupting electronic devices and making people feel disoriented. Others claim it's mass hysteria, with visitors falling prey to fear and suggestion. A few even argue that the strange sounds are just old wooden structures reacting to the wind. But if that's the case, why do different people on different nights experience the same horrors? Why do they all hear footsteps with no one there? And most importantly, if this was all just nature and psychology, where did the villagers go? Do you dare to visit? This village remains abandoned to this day. No one dares live there. No one dares enter. Even animals avoid it. Is it just another forgotten ghost town? Or is it hiding something far more terrifying? No one knows for sure. But one thing is certain: if you ever decide to go, pay close attention to your surroundings. Because in this village, you are never truly alone. Like and follow for more eerie mysteries. See you next time, if you dare.